What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of DevTalks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering technology-wise. And in this video, we're actually going to be talking about TikTok has apparently not been so good, and the impact on teens have not been good. I swear this isn't a new conversation at all. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's dive right in.
Welcome into CBS News 24/7. A newly unsealed video reveals current and former TikTok employees raising concerns about how the app's popular algorithm could impact young people. In North Carolina, the Attorney General's office presented the video as evidence in the state's lawsuit against the company. The state claims TikTok has harmed children by designing the app to be addictive and misrepresenting the risks. So here's just some of what that video contained. Take a look.
What keeps me up at night is knowing that our algorithm pushes content to users based off of what it thinks they're interested in, and specifically for users who are thinking about or looking up things related to mental health. I worry that the more they look up like, let's say for eating disorders, for example, the more that a user looks up things about like fitness or like diet, it turns into losing weight. And then soon enough, the entire For You feed of this user is like really soft, disordered eating behavior.
We all have these really lofty goals of getting people to be on the app longer, like literally. Like that's like why we're all here, is to help continue to diversify the content ecosystem to make TikTok a place where you can get so much different types of content that you never want to leave.
We obviously wanted people to spend as much time as possible on TikTok, which can be in contrast to what is best for your mental health.
The reason why kids watch TikTok is because the algo is really good. And it's not because we've tried to do anything horrible, but I think that we need to be cognizant of what it might mean for other opportunities. And when I say other opportunities, I literally mean sleep and eating and moving around the room and looking at somebody in the eyes.
Okay.
The first thing I want to say about this is parental controls. All of these applications, all of these streaming software places, all these social media apps, and the parents themselves have to be able to regulate their children better. You shouldn't be allowed them on social media all day long. For me, I never really liked TikTok. Right now, I'm going to start using TikTok more and everything, but that's on entertainment, social media growth kind of aspect. It's not for me to be watching it. I only watch Reels, and even then, I can see how everything can be addictive to an aspect, especially TikTok's algorithm being worse for it. I've heard that if you watch like one specific thing on TikTok, and somebody sends you like enough of it where it's just a few things around the same kind of concept, you will see your feed will just be flooded with that. And it's hard to get some stuff out of your feed sometimes as well. So I could definitely see that being a problem through certain aspects. And this isn't even just a teen thing. This is even a more grown person as well too. Sometimes it's easier for some people to get viral on TikTok, but not all things deserve to go viral. Not all things should be talked about on TikTok or social media in the beginning places. And you can't really regulate all the time what other people are posting. So they said even the eating disorders thing. Maybe there's some people who are actually giving good advice about health and fitness and eating the right types of food and whatever other stuff and working out the right amount, especially for people who want to get in better shape and be healthier to a discrepancy, how to properly fast if fasting is your thing, not starving yourself so that you can lose weight. That's not a thing, but you can't really regulate the creators that are on there promoting that kind of stuff to a degree. And the ones who are not doing it in the right manner, it's a lot harder to regulate what the person's going to see if they're all about the same kind of criteria. That's just how it is overall. That is literally just how it overall gets and how it overall is. Unfortunately, and like I said, it is extremely, extremely unfortunate that you can't really regulate it that much and what your children see. But the best way you can do it, regulate their time on it. Use the parental controls. I know TikTok got it. And the messed up thing about it, I thought they were going to talk about some other stuff on here. The messed up part about it is the algorithm is different depending on the country you live in. In China, for instance, I've saw and heard that the algorithm, especially before they try to force the sale of TikTok and it not being available in the US, the algorithm for children under 18 years old was a lot of STEM related content. It was not all this other kind of content that's all free and nearly out here. It was really regulated for them. A lot of STEM, medical stuff, technology stuff, all that kind of stuff was the thing, like projects, science things, all those kinds of things were what was available for the people under 18 to view. In America and probably a lot of other places, the algorithm is different. It's a lot more free on what's available, especially under the parental controls, I'm pretty sure. So it's not the same all across the board. It's not. Some children are experiencing TikTok different than others, and you can say it's not fair or whatever, but that's up to the people, especially US, to speak out against it for the things that you don't like and everything else. You gotta speak out against it. And the other thing, just I say this for everything. I said this about the Online Safety Act. I've said this about certain stuff with AI in schools and other things. Like, are parents not parenting their children anymore or monitoring their children anymore on what they do and what they take in? Do they not care? Or are the parents taking in the same type of crap and just going with the same stuff that their children are taking in? I'm confused. I am genuinely confused. And if anybody in the comments has anything to add to that and to anything to help with that confusion, let me know. Let me know, please. Comments are down below. Anybody can comment. I would appreciate it. Best comment will get pinned, and we'll talk all in that. Let me know.
Keep in mind, those are TikTok employees. I want to bring in V. Spear, a digital journalist and the founder of Under the Desk News. V, you've spent so many hours and have so many reports and news stories for an audience of what, 3.6 million people on your platforms. First, just listening to these comments from the former TikTok employees, is any of this surprising to you?
No, certainly not. I mean, part of the fun of TikTok is how predictive it can be, and it can just serve you one thing you love after another thing you love, introduce you to new things to love. And that's part of the fun of it. But just like anything else that's fun, you need to have a certain level of discipline to, like they said, ensure that you're getting proper sleep, that you're taking time off.
Are we all hearing the same thing right now? Proper discipline. This is about teenagers. Who's going to discipline these teenagers and teach them the right proper amount of discipline to stay off these apps? What did I just say? Am I tripping? Am I wrong in this? Listen to what they just said. They just said they need to have the right proper discipline and things like that and go to bed early and things. Who gonna make them go to bed? They staying on their phone. Their parents let them do what they want to do. Half of them probably do.
New things to love, and that's part of the fun of it. But just like anything else that's fun, you need to have a certain level of discipline to, like they said, ensure that you're getting proper sleep, that you're taking time off the platform to be present in real life, that you can have a conversation with real people, that you're not rabbit holing to a place where your mental health may be compromised. And I think that's something that certainly I've had to self-regulate, and I think parents are certainly having that conversation with their children now as well.
Yeah, but just to be clear, don't most social media companies have these type of conversations?
They do. I mean, it's like any company, right? Kraft Mac and Cheese wants you to only eat as much mac and cheese as they can. MTV wanted you to watch as much MTV as it could. Everybody who has a product wants you to use it to the maximum possible amount that you can. So I don't think TikTok is any different than Instagram or YouTube or any of the other social media platforms in terms of like wanting to keep eyeballs on the page.
Sure.
Where I think we have a responsibility is to make other things equally as exciting and interesting, right? So in my family, we make sure that we're separating scroll time from park time, from baseball time, from in real life family time.
Yeah. Basically, everything I was just talking about having your parents regulate you better so that it wouldn't be impactful for teens. It's not the algorithm's fault. The one thing about like that person also compared TikTok with YouTube. The difference between TikTok and YouTube is that TikTok is way more brain dead. And what I mean by brain dead is the thing about short-term content, short-form content is brain dead in itself. Long-form content is not. It's a lot more that you have to pay attention to, you have to listen to, get to the real depths of it, and things along that accord what YouTube has, and YouTube has a lot more explained out things to some degree. And mind you, there can be some content that's like you shouldn't be watching in the first place on YouTube, or that can be potentially harmful. But when I say brain dead, I mean your attention span aspect. Short form content has ruined the attention span of people. I don't even remember Vine being this addictive at the time, and then now people be like, "Oh, YouTube got shorts." Well, guess what? YouTube doesn't care about shorts like that. You know what they care about? They care about long form content. That's what they're built off of. That's what their platform is literally built off of. Long form content to a certain degree. Being so serious. But yeah, they like see their solution was, hey, their parents need to. Parents are having this conversation. Well, obviously not if it's a problem. Oh, we need to separate social media and everything. Well, they're not doing it. You can't control what the children are doing. This is why Congress is bringing in this online safety act thing to get kids off of all these platforms, because you can't regulate parents and how parents regulate their own children in their households. So they think they're going to quote unquote protect the kids, and really it's just, hey, let's just identify all the people using the web and get more control over them. And a whole bunch of other stuff that's been going on in this world that is, it's making my head hurt alone just talking about this and going through the same circle. So the person that has 3 million freaking views on their thing came to the same conclusion as I, to some degree. I feel like they need to come over here because we're going to break it down better. If I had a TikTok, I probably could break it down better than that. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate everybody who does. If you want to have any recommendations, send me an email, devtalkspod@gmail.com, or reach out to me on any of the socials in the description down below. Without further ado, peace. See you next time.